All right, people, so you're ready to go for the ninth session of the Sunday Maths revision. Um, we want to jump right into it. Those of y'all who have already got the SEA revision handbook, shout out to you. I hope it really helping in your revision. This book, you could get this. This is my book to help with the revision for the SEA exams. You could get this in quite a number of bookstores where you can order it straight from the student hub. So if you want to find out about this, what you can do is there's a number in the description here. I could let it run I could let it run below the screen like that. You can just reach out to that number. So that's passing right by my bed here. By my bed. Reach out to that number. Anyhow, so let's get started. And ready to go. Now, if you're seeing the screen blurry, or in the future, if you're joining a live stream and you're seeing it blurry, you need to go in the gearbox settings thing there and raise it to the highest output you could find, right? Right now, this is coming across at 1080p. And without any further talk, sample exam 9, writing words, hundreds of thousands, in words. So if you need to write this in words, what is this going to be? This is going to be 300. This is 3,600, 360,000. 360,000. No, don't combine it. 300. Nah. Yeah, write it out. 360,000. It take me a little while to figure that out there, boy. What we on, boy? And I teach maths. 360,000 and 300 and 300 and 300. Let me change my pen to red so it will stand out a little more. Let me continue. Now, this is writing words, so you have to put these literal words here and make sure I space out your things properly. Use the digits below to make the smallest number. If you're trying to make the smallest number, start with the smallest and end with the largest. So 4, 7, 8 is the smallest possible number. If it's showing blurry, you need to fix it on your side. You need to go on the gearbox icon below the settings and raise the quality. Right, so somebody in Maruga have the book. So the book all over Trinidad, the book in Tobago, the book in Maruga. If you have the SEA revision handbook and you're watching now, you could shout what area you're from and let people see where all over. And keep revising. Oh, while I'm at it, it depends on what version of the book you have, but there's a part in the book that says that rhombus has, I think, 4 lines of symmetry. Or 2. Let me see what they said about the rhombus, boy. That need to fix. It depends on what version you have. Sorry to stop you. Yeah, I think it says the rhombus has 4 lines of symmetry. While the ideal, that's only a rhombus that's set into a square. The rhombus has 2 lines of symmetry. The general rhombus has 2 lines of symmetry. So that's just one thing to look out for. And one other thing, I forgot what it was. One other tiny thing to look out for. You could always message me on Instagram and that kind of thing, right? A batch of 168 cookies were equally divided into 8 groups. How many cookies were in each group? Is this to divide by 8? 168 divided by 8. This is 21 cookies. So these are the first few questions. You notice how easy the first few questions come in SEA because the first few questions are just like 1 mark each. First 20 or so. If 4 sevens our number is 72, what is the number? So 4 sevens is represented by 72. So 7 sevens, the whole, this is finding for the whole, this is a technique that will come guaranteed, is 72 multiplied by, and you reciprocate this fraction that was here, meaning you flip it. And now we can say 4 can go into 72. 1 remainder 3 18 times. And now we'll have 18 times 7. How much is 18 times 7? 18 times 7 is 126. 7 8 are 56. 25 there, 7 ones are 7 plus 5 is 12. So this is 120. 126 is the answer. Everybody should know how to do that. That's not. Did I make a mistake in this one? 4. Use the digits below to make the smallest number that is a multiple of 7. So what it is, I just stopped reading right here. But it is this number a multiple of 7? Smallest number that is a multiple of 7. What? This question actually come in part 2. So 4, 7, 8. 7 can go into 4, 7, 8. Let me check. 7 into this is 6 remainder 5. Nope. So let's try the next smallest number. 4, 8, 7. P7 go into this. 7 into this is 6 remainder 6. Can 7 go into 67? 7 could go into 48. 6 times remainder 6. Can 7 go into 67? That's the question. No. So what really going on here? Why this what really going on here with this question? So what's the next possible smallest number? 7, 4, 8. All the possible numbers would be 4, 7, 8, 4, 8, 7. We try that. Now we here. The next one will be 7, 8, 4, right? So we're gonna try 7. We're gonna try 7, 4, 8. 7, 4, 8. 7 into 7, 1. No, this is not working. None of the first numbers working. So this question, who write this question, man? So 7, I'm sure about this. 7 could go into 7 one time, and 7 could go into 84 12 times. So 7 into this, 1 remainder 1, and 7 into 14, 12. So this answer was actually the largest number possible. Well, no, actually, this isn't the largest number possible, because I could still make 8, 4, 7 and 8, 7, 4. I could still make these two numbers. So, very, very interesting question here. What y'all think about this question? Yeah, boy, Sebastian and Camo. Big shout out to Sebastian and Camo. I'll do some more shout outs just now. So 784 is the best. 784 is the first one. Take a look at this question. Take a look at this question. This is a classic example of why you must finish read the whole thing. For the rest of the exam, I'm going to make sure to read out the whole of my questions. By the way, before we continue with number 5, please press like on the video so that more people will be able to see the video. So stop. Everybody press like. Everybody press like. Everybody press it. Only what the numbers saying there. The numbers going up. The like numbers going up. I can't see it on my screen. It's supposed to be going up. 0.36 is a common fraction. So to change the decimal to a fraction, you put it over the last place value here. The last place value here is hundredths. So we're going to place this over 100. So this is 36 hundredths. You all understand that trick? And 4 can go into this. 4 can go into 36 9 times, and 4 can go into this 25 times. So this is 9 over 25. Now these are square numbers, but you can't like say square it and that'll work. 9 over 25. All right, so the likes going up. Very nice, very nice. 8 squared divided by 4 is the same as 4 times the number. Okay, so 8 squared is 64 divided by 4, and 64 divided by 4 is 16. You all understand how I finished off with this left-hand side? I finished off with the left-hand side, and I got this over here. Why is in each chat if you understand that part? Everybody understand that part? Yeah. So 8 squared is 64. 64 divided by 4 is 4. So therefore, what number should supposed to go in here? I want the number to be equal to 16. 64 divided by 4 is 16? Yes. So that number should be 4, because 4 by 4 is 16. So 4. So 4. 4 is what we're looking for. What we're looking for is 4. Because 4 is what we're looking for. I agree. I agree. So fill in greater than, less than, or equal into the box to make the statement correct. I'm reading out everything this time. So, okay, let's see. 12 plus 8 is 20. You have to do the things in the brackets first. Brackets first because of BODMAS, right? So brackets has been done minus 10. So this is 20 minus 10 is 10. What about if this is in the brackets first? This is 18 minus 12. And these questions, I always see these questions popping up on Instagram and things. So what is 10? What is 10 to 6? What should go into the, this is how I work down with the left-hand side and I work down with the right-hand side and I find the actual value. What should go in the box, class? Well, 10 is not equal, so can't put that. Is not less than 6, so the answer is greater than here. That's correct. Next up, number 8. What's next in this sequence? How much is it going up by? It seems like it's going up by a 6. Easy. 6, 6, 6. So what should go there? That's cake and ice cream. The first thing is check is to see if it's going up by a consistent number. So we'll continue to our cake and ice cream and just call that 26 now. So 26. I find that was nice. How do y'all think about that question? I find that question was exhilaratingly good. Olivia bought these 3 items. This one. What's the total cost? Ooh, a little addition to pool we had right now. 4.10, 3.50. So make sure everything is lining up there. That's how we're gonna add it up. You'll catch it. Everything is lining up. Why that 0 kind of shifty, boy? I know it's the 0 wants to move now. Come across in there, brother. Right. So this is 5, and this is another 10, because all of this make 10. So I'll bring the 1 across there. You understand? Like that. And then we have 16. So I'll bring all of this adds up to make 15. And then when I add this one, I get 16. I'll put the 6 there and the 1 will come here. So I get 26. So 26.05 is correctos. Number 10. On Friday, 100 people visited the museum. Well, I guess they're not social distancing. I didn't know Trinidad have a museum. I ever went to the museum in Trinidad. 100 people visited the museum. A kind of museum thing. 4 times as many people visited on Saturday. Well, yes, they're really not social distancing than on Friday. How many more people visited the museum on Saturday than how many more? So this is a subtraction. Unless you are reading the whole question to save myself now. Well, you have Friday. Friday had 100 people. Saturday had 4 times as many as on Friday. So Saturday had 400, which is 4 times. But they want to know how many more people visited the museum on Saturday and Friday. So that suggests to me that it should subtract. So it should be 400 minus 100, which is none other than 300 people more visited. You understand? Let's see if they fix the ruler. I remember last week, week before the ruler was kind of problematic. Let me see if the ruler fixed here, the graphics people. What is the length of the pencil shown? It looks like it's just, that's like, what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So each division is a 0.1. So that's this ruler is starting at 14.1. Very good, Kerwin. Very good. Sometimes you have to support yourself, use the one that there for yourself. 19.1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 19.8. What a good job you are doing, Kerwin. Keep it up. So 19.8 minus 14.1. This is a little subtractors here. You all see what we're doing? You catch it? This one is a little trickier. So there's a 7 here because I'm subtracting. There should be 19 minus 14 is just 5. Wait. Why people get 9? I get 7. I get 5.7. And I feel like my answer on top of the world today. I feel like this is the answer. This is good answers here. There's good answers I given over here, Yeah, that's correct. 5.7. All them people with 5.9 and thing. Nah, boy, 5.7 is the way to go. 2 objects balance on the scale below. What is the mass of the oval object? Or 2 objects balance the scale below. Because it's actually 3 objects. 1, 2, 3. But these 2 balancing. So if it balancing and assuming that they are the equal, they have the same perpendicular distance from the pivot, which is moments in physics, which some of you all will learn in the next 4 years. But you could just ignore everything I just said for now, because all you need to do is make sure that these two weights here add up to that 2 kilograms. So the best way to do that is to subtract. So 2 kilograms is actually equal to 2,000 grams. And you're supposed to know that offhand. 1 kilogram, and we talked about this in some of the earlier revision sessions, is 1,000 grams. And if you don't know that by now, what it is you're really doing, go and look at the calendar and read the month. Go and look at it and read the month. Where you see it, now March, you know when is exam? March. So you're supposed to know this by now. So 2 kilograms is equal to 2,000 grams. So now 2,000 grams, 1350, subtract those. So 0, 5 from 0, boy, there's a problem. So we can take 1 from that 1,000 column there. So that's 1 now. It's 10, make that 9, bring across. So they know them little tricks. They know them tricks. 10 take away 5 is now 5, and 3 take away 19, or 13 from 19, or 3 take away 9 is 6, and 1 from 1 is 0. So 650, 630, 650 grams. Cooking with Ramco gas. Cooking with Ramco gas. So Jimin and his friends will be on tour from the 7th tour. Them is a band. Wait, Jimin? Where? What's going on here, man? Jimin and his friends. That's not good. I talked to my editor just now. My editor happened to be a BTS fan. She's sneaking in these BTS names and things. The tutor. What is this? Where is this? Anyhow, I BTS. For those of you all who know and follow that, I keep up. So Jimin and his friends will be on tour from the 7th of June until the 20th of June. How many weeks will they be on tour? Well, 7th to the 20th, same month. So nothing to worry about. So you don't need to kind of go into the 30 days of September, April, June, and November, all your stuff 31 except February alone. You don't need to go into that because it's in the same month. So you just need to say 28 minus the 7th is 21 days. And there are 7 days is equal to 1 week. So the number of weeks would be 21 days would be equal to 21 divided by 7, which is 3 times 3 weeks. So 3 weeks, bro. 3 weeks, Jimin and them gonna be singing. Is that song from BTS, boy? All of a sudden, my mind blank. How many 50 milliliter doses would you get from a cough syrup bottle of 900 milliliters? Well, both of them are in milliliters, so there's no conversion. There's no conversion needed because both of them are in the same units. Yeah? So all I need to do is just divide. I just need to say how much times can 50 milliliters go into 900. This will give me the number of doses. Who if I used to be able to write as fast as I could talk, yeah, boy? And people telling me this is 60. I'm not going and find them down. That's 60 earlier. All right. Let me try and work out everything. I'm going good so far. 5 could go into this 3 times 5 could go into 90. 1 remainder for 18 times. So this is 180. And now 3 can go into 18 6 times. So they are correct. 60 doses. 60 doses is 100% correct. That's a thumbs up there. Keep up the good work. Keep up the good work, YouTube people. Keep up the good work. I'm trying to find back my mouse here. Maybe I could do a wink. No, that just looking ahead. Let me just take that back off. Just looking good. All right, so let you go. Cake and ice cream. Cake and ice cream. These first few questions is cake and ice cream. Well, you could pull out the cake and ice cream for them. Which solid below has a flat surface and a curved surface? Flat, 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 flat in the back, flat on the side. You just flat. Flat on this side, flat on this side, flat in the front, flat in the back, flat below. You just flat. Flat. This is a cone. So there's a curviness going all around here. And we're just going to put the cone, that right? Maybe, or maybe they should say write the name of the solid or something below. It's a cone. Draw a square on the 2 centimeter grid below with an area of 36 centimeters squared. Ooh, how are we doing this one? How are we doing this one? We need to find how much is 1 square. So 1 square, the area of 1 square is 2 times 2, which is 4 centimeters squared. Why isn't he chatting for me? Agree with me. And if you don't agree with me, file out. Log out. All right. This one is 2 by 2, so the area of this is 4 centimeters squared. So now I need to know how many squares. How many squares would I need? How many squares, right? How many squares would I need? How many squares? Well, I want to make 36 centimeters squared. So I would need 36 divided by 4 equal 9 squares. So I need to do 9 squares. But I can't just say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and make a shape like this. I can't do that. Why I can't do that? Because I read in my whole questions these days earlier. I read in my whole questions these days. It said draw a square. So I need to draw a square made out of 9 squares. This is a square number. This is a square number. What number would multiply by itself to give me 9? Of course, it's 3. So it means that the side of my square should be 3. Let's see how I'm thinking. Let's see how we put on we thinking caps today. So the best kind of square to do would put one right in the middle here. I mean, if you didn't put it in the middle, you're not supposed to lose any marks. But I feel, and they didn't ask to shade anything. So once you draw the square, you're good. But I'm just going to hat it so you see what's happening there. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 little squares in there. And each one of those little squares is 4 centimeters squared. So I know that area, I know that area where things like this happen in English, and that area is 36 centimeters squared. Okay, there you go. How many quarter turns must Larry make to get to his school? So Larry is starting off in this direction. Larry, what is this? Why, Larry? Why? What's all of this, Larry? What's all of this? This is a kind of trick question. What is this? By the way, this is not spell what is that's colloquial English there. Look and write that in your exam and see I say that. So remember, I teach you maths and English. So anything that happened on the English side, don't take my word for it. So this is east, and this is north. I don't know, boy. How many quarter turns must Larry take to reach his school? Well, technically, let me tell you why I think this question right here. Technically is 1. Because at the end of the day, he just went from east to north. So 1. But I think this question is checking you to see if you know what a quarter turn looks like. What do you think? So they want exact quarter turns. So I think there's an exact quarter turn here. There's an exact quarter turn there. And then there's an exact quarter turn here. Y'all are seeing that? There are 1, 2, 3 right angles, and right angles indicate quarter turns. 3 quarter turns. So it's 3. 3 is the best answer for this question. Big up on yourself. Find the mean of the numbers below. Mean of the numbers below, full stop, nothing else to come. So therefore, we're going to just add up. Adding up time. Nothing like some good adding up time. Well, I can do this in my mind, and because 25 and 25 is 50. And then 46 and 44 and 66 is 110. And then this is 130 plus 50 is 180. So I'm sure this is 180. This is 180 earlier, without the shadow of a doubt. I'll get 180, and then 180 divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 could go into 180. 5 into 18, 3, remainder 3, and 5 into 36. So this is 36. 36 is the mean. Anytime you get a mean, go back and check the numbers and see if that looking like the middle number. Yeah, boy, 36 looking like he belong in there, boy. Like it belong in the middle there. You know, average. So Charlotte has 8 pets. All of her pets are rabbits, dogs, and spiders. All of her pets are either rabbits or dogs. She has 2 more rabbits than dogs. How many dogs does Charlotte have? So this is an easy, unequal sharing question. And we do a whole exercise on this last week. So there is 2 more. This is our extra. So let's remove that. So let's say removing extra. We will have 8 minus 2 is 6. And now this represents doggies and rabbits in an even proportion because the dogs had plus 2 extra, but the rabbits had the plus 2 extra, 2 more rabbits. The rabbits had the plus 2, but we removed it. So now the number of dogs and rabbits are equal. So I could say 1 part is going to be equal to 6 divided by 2 is 3. So how many dogs? Well, the dogs just have the 1 part. So there are 3 dogs, and 5 rabbits. Excellent. But only one number of dogs. Easy unequal sharing question. In fact, you could do that one in your mind. Complete the pictograph below. Complete the pictograph below for a class of 24 students. 24 students. So this is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18 students so far. And it seems like I am missing out cake. Now, they didn't specify. So I'm assuming that this is complete. And the only thing to put in here is for cake, right? So it's missing 20 because the counting in 2s, 22 and 24. Why is in the chat if you understand that? Another way of working it out is see how much circles we have. I'm calling them squares, yes. Circles. All these are circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 times 2 is 18. But I have 24 students minus. So I will get 6. 6 students. 6 students will be shown by using 3 circles since 1 circle stands for 2 students. So 1, 2, 3 circles is the goal for that question. We are at number 20. The diagram below shows in number line point X equals 1/9 and point Y equals 6/27. Point X equal 1/9. You know, I just reading this and I really taking on what's going on here. It's a number line, right? This is a brutal number line, Ali. What do you think about this? What do you think about this number line? Richard say Ramco gas. Yes, Richard. Ramco. Come on, man, Richard. Get it correct. Ramco gas. By the way, I have no affiliation to Ramco gas. So them don't sponsor me nothing. But I always be saying coconut Ramco gas. So someday Ramco gas will see this and realize that they need to come up with some change for me now. All this promotion I'll be giving them. What fraction does M represent if it is in the midway between the points X and Y? How do I get the middle of 2 points? So we need to think deeply about this. So if I give you 2 and 10 and tell you find in the middle, that's the average of the 2 numbers. Because it's just 2 numbers. In the middle of 2 numbers, that's the average. How do you find the average? You add up and divide by 2. So I'm thinking my best bet here is to add up these 2 numbers and divide by 2. What y'all think about that? So let's add up 1/9 plus 6/27. And these are some beautiful questions. So we're going to put 27 here because that is the LCM of 9 and 27. 9 can go into 27, and of course 27 can go into itself. So 9 can go into 27. 3 times 3 by 1 is 3 plus 6. So this is 9 over 27 here. All right. By the way, this could have break down. This one could have break down. I slipped there, but I slipped badly. I mean, I'm still going correct, but I waste some time. I could have just, let me break it down here now. So 3 into 9 is 3, and 3 into 27 is how much, boy? With 9 could just go into 27, just so this is 1 over 3. So this is a third. This is a third. So this distance here stands for a fraction, which is called a third. And I want half of a third. Well, actually, it doesn't stand for a third. It stands, this distance here stands for this number plus that number. This third stands for this number plus this number. 19 plus 627 is apparently a third. So half of a third is half of 1/3 is 1/2 times 1/3. Yeah? Or you see 1/3 divided by 2, which is the same thing like this. So the answer is 1/6. This is 1/6, yeah? I'm feeling real good about that. I'm feeling confident. Feeling confident about that. Well, you need to think about this a little longer. If you need to think about this a little longer, come back and watch over the video and watch my thought process there. That one wasn't cake and ice cream, eh? That one was cake, no ice cream. For every 7 ribbons in a pattern, red ribbons, for every 7 red ribbons in a pattern, there are 5 blue ribbons. So we have, for every 7 red ribbons, there are 5 blue ribbons. When 60 ribbons are used altogether, how many of them would be blue? So these kind of proportionate questions, they need to group up. So to find one group of ribbons. So one group of ribbons is going to be 7 red plus 5 blue. In all, this is 12 ribbons. Right? So we have 12 ribbons in a group. So how many groups do we need to make 60? We need 60 divided by 12, 5 groups. So we need 5 groups of ribbons with 7 red and 5 blue in them. I'm going somewhere with this. Help me finish. So if we have 5 groups and each group have 5 blue ribbons, how many blue ribbons we have in all? So we have 5 groups and each group has 5 blue. So we have 25 blue ribbons. Whew, the logic there was crisp. That question was well explained earlier. What do you think about that? Rate me out of 10. That was a 10 out of 10 explanation. Wow. So in each party bag, there are 5 candies and 3 mints. Altogether, 224 candies and mints were put into the party bags. How many party bags were packed? So I read that and nothing stuck. So I have to read it again. In each party bag, how many of you like to see things when you're reading questions? In each party bag, there are 5 candies and 3 mints. Altogether, there are 224 candies and mints were put into party bags. How many party bags were packed? This little tough. I don't know about you all. Some of you all must have done rip through this and have the answers already. I've seen 18 popular in the chat. I've seen 28 and 10 as well. But I feel it. I just have a little toughness about it. Each party bag could only fit 5 candies max, right, Olia? Because watch my party bag day, right? Happy birthday. Who birthday is today? Anybody birthdays this week? Imagine if your birthday any today. If your birthday is only 31st of March, that is pressure. Happy birthday, right? So cake and ice cream. Cake and ice cream. So each party bag could only hold 5 candies. But you end up packing 224 candies. So how much bags are they use? How many bags are you using? How many bags are you using? If you pack 224, wait a minute. You pack 224 candies and mints. They're not catching me today. We're reading the whole question today. 224 candies and mints. Well, it's similar to the last question that we need to regroup it now. If it was only candies alone, it's not divisible by 5. That's what I was thinking. So you would have get like an odd number out. So it would have you would have to account for that. But one party bag. That's all right. Just watching to see if anybody birthday. Ninja Vani, big up yourself. And Natalia, happy birthday to all the March people. Finally out of February, but February was rough. All right, so one party bag must hold 5 candies and mints. Well, candies and mints would be 8. Let's just put sweets to mean candies and mints. So must hold 8 sweets. So we need, if we have 224 mints and candies all together divided by 8. Let's do a little division here, right here. We're doing it right here. 8 could go into 22 2 times 16. You get 6, and 8 could go into 64. 8 can go into 64 8 times. So you need 28. How many of you all agree with me? 28 bags. So I don't find it was a little tough again. Nah, take all that. That was cake. No ice cream, but it was cake. Big up all the March people and thing. We know for a fact though, and this is facts, undeniable facts, that the best month to have a birthday in is October. You know that 100% facts. And you know I only give all your facts here. A tape 9.5 meters long. A tape is 9.5 meters long. A part 2 meters, 35 centimeters long is cut off. Then a next part, 3 meters, 60 centimeters is cut off. How much we cut off? We cut off, is it past tense or cut? This is why I teach maths alone. You know? We cut. We know it's not cutted. So the past tense of cut is cut. Who can tell me what's the past tense of cut? Past tense of cut is cut. So cut, I cut you, and I cut you in the cut. What is this? Cut to have a past tense. Then we need to go and talk to the dictionary here. We have a little problem. Cut is the past. So what it is in the present. So cut, past, and present is the same. That is impressive. Well done, cut. You're holding it down. So we cut off 2 meters and 35 centimeters plus 3 meters and 60 centimeters. Altogether, this is 5 meters and 95 centimeters. Now, keep in mind, cut. Past, present, future. So somebody put cut in, and I guess kit. Are they making up all their own thing? So that is how much we cut off altogether. So now that we found out how much we cut off altogether, and there was something to keep in mind. Watch this, people. If you have 95, if you have 95 centimeters, that's okay. But if you got this, if you get like 100 and something, you know you're supposed to take the 1 from the 100 and add it to the meters, because 100 centimeters make. I didn't know about that. All right, so let me subtract now. So the total amount was 9 meters, 9.5 meters. 9.5 meters means 9 meters, and let's put it in the same format now. 9 meters and half of a meter. Half of a meter is 50 centimeters. All you know that the big meter rule. They don't beat children again, and they never get licks again. And they don't get licks and thing, right? But back in the days, you used to beat you, boy. I wasn't that. They used to beat me. So they had these big long rulers. So I didn't used to get much licks because I used to behave, but they still used to beat me. And it had these big long rulers. So, and that meter rule, they call it a meter rule, and it have 100 centimeters on it. Wait, they're still meeting on their boy. They need to cut that out. They have 100 centimeters on the meter rule. So if 100 centimeters make 1 meter, then half of a meter has to be 50 centimeters. That makes perfect sense. That makes perfect sense to me. So now I'm going to subtract how much I cut off. How much I cut off, I just worked out the total that I cut off. I cutted off 5 meters and 95 centimeters. So let me do a little subtraction here. All right, 95 can't just take away from 50 just so. That is bacchanal in the court. So we need to, take, I don't want to say borrow. We're going to take a meter here. So this will come down to 8 meters. And when we bring the meter across the magical line here, it will change into 100 centimeters. So now, in essence, what we are doing is subtracting 95 from 100 plus 50, 150 centimeters. So 95 from 150 centimeters is 55 centimeters. Check it out. Say 150 minus 95 and tell me you can't get 55. And 5 from 8 is 3. So the answer is 3 meters, 55 centimeters. They wanted the format like this. So it's a good thing I do it like this. And we is just bosses. Bosses out here. Fighters. That's what we call ourselves. We're fighters. And come to the first match, you're going to be fighting. 1 stamp cost 43 cents. So obviously 2 stamps cost 86 cents. 3 stamps cost. Yeah. Are you doing all your maths good here, boy? Good maths. Question 25, 10 out of 10. You're well done. You're performing good maths. If the cost of each stamp remains the same, how much will 16 stamps cost? We should multiply because you are repeatedly adding on 43 cents. So if repeated addition is multiplication. They want the answers in dollars. They're not catching me out here, you know? Ain't catching me out here, you know, Patrick. They're not catching me out here. So how much would 16 stamps cost? So 43 times 16. 1 3 is 3, 4, right? And 6 3s are 18. Bring across the 1 like that. So 6 4s are 24 plus 1 is 25. And I am getting a good 8 here, a nice 8 here as well, and a 6 there. But I'm not going to write 688 and lose all my marks because they want it as dollars. So this is $6.88. Cooking with Ramco gas. Ramco gas is what we're cooking with out here. So a bill at a restaurant was $350 for a family meal. Family wanted to give a tip of 5%. So how much money did family pay altogether? Well, we need to find the tip. So the tip is equal to 5% of the meal, which is 5 could go into this one, 5 could go into 2. So 2 into 35 is how much? Which is 2 into 35. When I do my little cross out and my little breaking downs and thing, they end up with 2 into 35. Well, I know 2 could go into 34 17 times, right? So 2 into 35 to me, that'd be 17 and a half. So $17.50 or $17.50, $17.50. That making sense to everybody? You're basically multiplying 5 by 3.5, which is 17.50. 17 remainder 1, and you put the 1 over the 2 because they divide by 2. So 17.5 is good. That's the tip though. So the total is going to be the 350 plus the 17.5, which is 17.50, yeah? 350, 17.5. So 3, 6. Why am I numbers floating in the sky like that? 3, 6. Why taking so long? 7.5. 3, 6, 7.5. 367.5. All right. Now, if you all want me to repeat the questions, logically, that's not a good thing for me to do right now because we're going at a certain pace to finish on time. This is online. You could watch it over 1 million times. You can watch it over 1 million times. So if you have a specific question and you throw it out there, I will try and get it again. But like if you ask where this come from, how I got this, what is that, and it's put it in the chat, I'll try and explain that. But if you just need it to repeat, man, you just load this back up after the live done and watch me do it over 100 times. Try it with a different question and change up the numbers. And that's how you're learning maths now. That's how you're learning maths. Not everything in maths you want somebody to spoon feed you, you know that? Not every time in maths you want somebody to tell you everything. Sometimes you want to sit down and figure it out for yourself. Do you know that? Do you know that is how you really get good in maths? Is it that you are thinking that your teacher must explain every single question in the world to you? Because that's not how it works for maths. I'm talking to somebody here today, that's not how it works. So if you're thinking that's how it works for maths, that is not how it works for mathematics. Do you know that? Did you know that? Your teacher is not going to explain. I am not going to explain every single question to you. You know what we are doing? We are showing you techniques. We are showing you how to think. We are giving you confidence. We are helping you become adventurous and curious in mathematics. That's important. You figuring out the questions is on you. So you need to sit down with the questions and spend some time and talk to God and talk to yourself. And if you had to cry a little bit, cry a little bit. You know, sometimes you get frustrated. Sometimes you had to come back the next day. That is how you learn mathematics. So if you're planning on having a nice cake and ice cream experience with mathematics forever and ever, and everybody's going to tell you everything in mathematics, that's not how it works. There are going to be sometimes you are struggling to figure out the questions. And after the struggle and you figure out the question, you know what happened? It's like when you play a game and you get better in the game and you beat one level and you go to the next level. Your next level. So write that down. Sometimes you have to level up yourself. Sometimes you have to level up yourself. A recipe requires 8 cups of sugar to make a pastry. Baker needs 9 of these pastries. What is total? 5/8 times 9. This is just simple multiplication. What is total amount of sugar used? Well, 8 cups. They want the answer in cups, yeah? Want the answer in cups. So 8 of a cups multiplied by 9. So I am thinking 9 by 5 is 45 over 8. 8 could go into 45. 4 times remainder 5. 4 times remainder 5. So if I'm changing this into mix the numbers, I would get 5 whole numbers and the remainder of 5 going over 8. Because 5 8 are 40. So this is 5 and 5/8 cup. Even if you put the improper fraction, I see no reason why they should take away a mark. But SCA, we normally boil down to mixed numbers with these style of questions. Between which 2 whole numbers does your answer lie? Well, my answer is 5 and 5/8. And before 5 and 5/8 on the number line is 5. And after 5 and 5/8, 5 and 6/8, 5 and 7/8, 5 and 8/8 is actually the number 6. So 5 and 5/8, which is kind of like a half, a little more than a half, is actually in between the number 6 and the number 5. You all understand that? So it lies between 5 and 6. Those are whole numbers. And we continue. Yeah, y'all, I had to mute to take a little cough and thing there. So 28. Andrew shaded part of the shape below to represent a fraction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He shaded 3 parts. Please don't tell me how much parts he shaded or what fraction, because I know it's a half one time. Because I just know that. 3 parts shaded, 3 parts left out. He shaded half here. So shade the shape below to represent equivalent fraction. Well, I just need to shade half of this. So I could spend some time bringing out my best shading game here. Now, if I had a black pencil in the exam, I might just do this, you know, right? If I had a little 2B pencil, darker, it's a little fatter. I would have just done this, you know, just give me a nice little shade up there. It's not like you want to make it like you can't see nothing going on here. Boom. Clean them up on the edges. Give me a nice clean mark now, boy. How many of you are taking a fresh mark for SEA? Fresh little haircut. You're going in the exam fresh. Use the fractions and an explanation to tell how you know that what your answer is. So I think the key word that you want to use, because they want you to make an explanation. So if they want you to make an explanation, the key word to use is equivalent fractions. How many of you all remember when your Miss or your Sue was teaching you about equivalent fractions? That's the key word to use. Key word to use is equivalent fractions. So some of y'all going in the best hairstyling. Are you going in SE for looks or for brains? Use the fractions and explanation to tell you, you know, you want to use equivalent fractions. So I know that he initially 5/6. He initially shaded 3/6 was initially shaded. This is equivalent. That's a beautiful word to pelt out on them. When they see that word, they can say, this girl knows what she's talking about. Is equivalent to 1/2. So for the four parts in the new shape, we must shade half of 4, which is 2 parts. Anything like this, and you're getting marks. Anything like this, and you're getting marks out here. Yeah, but I don't mean that if you know you're going in for brain science, you're not looks. But I don't mean you can't, you know, be looking good, smelling good, everything, and sharp for the exam. Feel good, right? So how many of, and eat, make sure you eat well, make sure you slept well for the nights coming up to SEA, that kind of thing. Don't panic on them thing, right? How many shape A are needed to fully cover shape B? A little tricky in that you want to get the area of this. The area of this is 25 centimeters squared. Why is in the chat if you agree with me? Because the area is a square, and squares area side by side. So this is 5 by 5. So this is 25 centimeters squared. And this area is a rectangle. So a rectangle is length by breadth or length by width. Which one you all are accustomed using? So it's 65 times 40. So I need to, oh, it is banging so, the door. So I need to, yeah, just check it and see if you can check it with something. This one right here. So 65 times 40 is none other than 4 5s are 20, 4 6s are 24. Add the 2 2 6 0, and I don't need to do these zeros because it's just going to give me 0. So this area is 26 hundredths. Woo, that's a big area, boy. So now I need to see how many times 25 centimeters squared. Hold on, hold on. So what we need to do now, guys, sorry for leaving you alone there for a second. We need to see how much time 25 can go into 26. Is that correct? How many times can 25 centimeters squared go into 2600 centimeters squared? Well, I could, what to do, boy? What to do? How to see what I'm trying to see here, boy? What I'm trying to say is that when you're dividing by 24, there's a little 25, there's a trick. especially when you just have hundreds, because 100 divided by 25 is 4. 25 could go into 100 4 times. So there's a quick way I can divide this. I mean, you could do the long way, 260 over 25, and see how much times 5 could go into this, and then get this, and 5 into it. Right. But I could also say 25 goes into every single 100 4 times. So I'm really going to multiply 26 by 4. That's a nice way to think of it. So 26 multiplying 26 by 4 is easy. I can do that in my mind. It's 104. So 104 is what most people getting. Is that what they're really asking in this question? How many of shape A? Yes. So I need 104 shape A's to fully cover shape B. Or 400 viewers, we bump in between 300 and 400. So new people, here's how we're going to make sure we stay above 400. Press like on the video. Turn off the comments for a second, press like, and you can always turn back on the comments. So I'll tell me what he likes saying, how he likes looking on the video there. Let's do number 30 while you're all telling me about the likes. So the clock below is 3/4 of an hour slow. You see them slow clock and fast clock thing, you have to slow down and make sure you do the right thing for these questions. Right, so you all increase the likes, press likes. It's 315 likes, but we have 400 people here. Somebody not pressing the likes, somebody here watching the video, and they didn't pay their fees. The fees for the YouTube class is 1 like. So by now we have to, right now you're owing the YouTube. All right, so the clock below is 3/4 of an hour slow. What is 3/4 of an hour? 3/4 of an hour, 3/4 of an hour is actually in minutes. Maybe I should watch it in minutes. 3/4 of 60 minutes. 3/4 of 60 minutes is how many minutes? This is really well, a quarter of 60 is like 15, because 15 make 30. So 3/4 is really 45 minutes. I think 45 minutes. Yeah, 45 minutes. And some of you all knew that off, and I was wondering why in the world is it taking so long to do this. I was letting people think about it earlier. 3/4 of an hour, 3/4 of 60 minutes is 45 minutes. So this clock is slow. So when you hear slow, you think, well, I need to go back. And as you're thinking, I need to push the clock back because it's slow. No, you need to push the clock forward because it's slow. If something's slow, it's behind where it's supposed to be. If something is slow, if the clock is slow, the time that it's telling is behind the real time. So right now it's telling a time 20 minutes to 3. Or another way to say it is 40 minutes past 2. That's the time right now. The time right now is 2:40. That's the time on that clock right now. But I need to push it up 45 minutes. So I'll go 45, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. I'll end up here. So the minute hand will end up here. But do you know something strange that happened whilst I was doing that? I crossed 12. Because I crossed 12, this our hand would have moved, hit 3, and then move past 3. So the hour hand actually moved to somewhere here. I show it past 3. So the time now is, the correct time is 3:25. 25 minutes past 3. Another way to do it is to get the time. It's 2:40 and add 45 minutes to it, because that's the clock is 3/4 of an hour slow. When I add 45 minutes, I will get 85, but I can't use 85. It's to say 85. You all remember when we was practicing this? Minus 60. So I'm going to put 25 here, because 85 minus 60 is 25. And this 60 that I subtract comes over into the hour. So this is 3:25. Anyway, you want to do that, that's good. So 3:25, what is it? Is it PM or AM? Did they indicate anything like that? They did not. So just put 3:25. All right, the shape below is made up of 6 sticks of equal length. What is the name of the shape? Six-sided figure. Any figure with 6 sides is called a, well, you have a line, and then you have 2 lines. These don't make shapes, but if you use 3 lines, you have a triangle. Then you have a quadrilateral. In quadrilaterals, there are lots of different quadrilaterals. You all know some? Like trapezium, rhombus, kite, square, rectangle. Then after quadrilateral, after 4, you have 5. What do we use for 5? We use the word pent. So you have pentagons. So this is 3, this is 4, this is 5. And when we reach 6, we use the word hexagon. For 7, you use heptagon. For 8, you use octagon. For 9, you use nanogon. And I know for that. Nanogon. How many of you all knew that? You knew all of this? So we really want this one. So this is a hexagon, bro. What do you think? This is a hexagon, bro. And what the perimeter now? To calculate the perimeter of half the shape from point A to B. All right, so it's a little tricky, because if that didn't say from point A to B, that'd be problematic. You'd have to find the length of this line, which you all do not know how to do. Length of this line in a hexagon would actually be, the regular hexagon will actually be 12 as well. So I think they want you to find the perimeter and divide it by 2 and ignore this line, because it's not like they're trying to say, you know. So they should have said calculate half of the perimeter. No, I'm not thinking that they want you to find the perimeter of half the shape. Is it that they want you to do that? I'm not too sure. Not too sure. So this is 12 times 3 equals 36. So let me go and just double check the answer that I have for this. Because if they wanted you to do that, maybe 12 times 5. So let me just double check what it is they wanted out of this question number 31. Dun, 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 dun. So what happens is that we give this assignment to students every Monday. So tomorrow, please God, you'll get another assignment to prepare you for exams, and we correct it and give it back to the students, right? Yeah, they just want you to divide it by 2. Just want you to divide it by 2. Nothing spectacular. So that's correct. So it's just 36. 3 12s. 1, 2, 3. 3 12s. So this is 36 centimeters. So that's good. So that's really nice. Make sure you're getting enough practice, even if you're not in the Sunday Revision Google Classroom, and you feel like you're getting enough practice in school and things, just make sure you're doing all your work. Right now, you should be doing your maximum amount. That just don't get too anxious and overwhelmed. But whatever you can take, do. Right? So 32. Yeah, 32 in a class, each student has 6 notebooks, 2 erasers, and 4 pencils. Entire class has 96 notebooks. How many students are in the class? Well, each student has 6 notebooks. So one student, or there are 6 notebooks allotted to one student. How many notebooks are this go with in your bag, boy? I see some of y'all looking. This is some of y'all. There's a here. And there's a school bag here. This whole thing is a school bag. I want to know what's going on in these bags. But I guess that's a good sign. I mean, lots of books, right? So you learn in real thing. But how your bag could be bigger than you? Anyhow, so 6 notebooks equal 1 student. So therefore 96 notebooks has to be equal to 96 divided by 6. You divide. Because if 6 notebooks is allotted to 1 student and there are 96 notebooks, 96 divided by 6 is, I don't know what that is. Let's work it out. 96 divided by 6. 6 could go into 9 one time, remainder 3, 16. 16 students. 16 students. So, how many more pencils than erasers are there? Interesting. Keep in mind there are 16 students. There are 2 erasers and 4 pencils. So every one student has 2 erasers and 4 pencils. Every one student has 2 erasers and 1 pencil. So what's going on here? And we want to know how many more pencils than erasers. Well, in terms of one student, for one student, he has 2 more pencils than erasers. But there's not just one student. How many students are there? There are a total of, we just worked out that there were 16 students in this class. So if the difference is 2 for every one student, well then, how many more pencils are there than erasers? Think about it. There are 16 students, and there's a difference of 2 for every student. So 16 times 2 equals 32 more pencils than erasers. Some of you all may have done it another way. And some of you all may have said, okay, 16 students, and each student has 2 erasers. So 16 times 2 is 32. So you got the total number of erasers. And then the pencils, you got the total number of pencils. So there's 16 students and 4 pencils. So 16 times 4 is 64. So then you subtract and you still end up with your correct answer, which is 32. That's good. That's good. If you do it like that, I mean your brain working, and that's all we want. We want your brain to be working. Consider the pattern below. Draw pattern for any space below. Oh, pattern. We love those patterns. Cake and ice cream could come out. So what are we doing here, buddy? What are we doing here? It seemed like in this pattern too, we add on a dot and a thing and a line. And in this pattern, we add on a dot and another line here. This way you crack your hands like this and you say, thanks for the free marks, Mr. SCA, and you go on and do your thing. Don't mix it up, you don't lose your free marks. 2, 3, 3. This feeling like some kind of Aztec thing, maybe rewriting some kind of hieroglyphics thing here. But if you notice, this had 2 lines, this has 3 lines, this has 4 lines. This one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines. We are cooking with Ramco gas. So we're doing this thing good. And now, how many lines will be used to make pattern 8? Hold on, don't rush me. So in pattern 1, we had 2 lines. In pattern 2, we had 3 lines. In pattern 3, we had 4 lines. I am seeing a pattern here. In pattern 4, we have 5 lines. So what can you expect? If I say pattern 20, I expect 21 lines. It's always 1 extra line than the pattern number that we are in. So if they told me 1, 2, 3, 4, if they told me I want to find out how much lines in pattern 8, I am going to say nice and proud that there are 9 lines, not 10. 9. See some people saying 10. Pattern 1 has 2 lines, pattern 2 has 3 lines, pattern 3 has 4 lines. You notice there's always 1 more line than the number of pattern you're in. Pattern 4 had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines. So therefore, pattern whatever you want to put for here, even if you had to say 18, I'd just say 19 lines. If you had to say 201, I'd say 202 lines, bro. So pattern 8 have 9 lines. Easy man thing. Draw a trapezium in the space below. I've been waiting my whole life to do this. In fact, I'm going to bring out my ruler. I'm going to bring out my ruler for them. What do you think I should get them? I think I should get them the trapezium where one of the sides vertical, or give them the trapezium where both of the sides. Let me get them the one on the side vertical. Let me show you what I mean. Okay, I'm bringing out my special trapezium for them. I happen to be a professional at drawing trapeziums. Not often they get me to bring out my ruler, and normally I do it freehand, but you see when they talk about trapezium, Alia, I can't help myself. I bring out the ruler. The thing about my trapezium. I know. I wish I could draw trapezium like me. Don't worry. After years and years of practice, you'll be able to draw trapezium like me. Yes and yes. Draw a trapezium. Much of that trapezium now, yeah. Or I could have hit them no, when I draw my trapezium, I like to put my little arrow here to show. You see that, Mr. SCA? SCA, you see that? SCA, Mr. SCA, you see that? Parallel lines, bro. A pair of parallel lines. Because I know that's where I make a trapezium. Now, if you come and do this is not a trapezium. In fact, you're not getting no free. You're not getting no ruler. If you come and do this on here, you get no marks because that is a parallelogram. 2 pairs of parallel lines. But that's not what I'm going to do because I know better than that. I am going to hit them the other style of trapezium, which is the next most popular style of trapezium that I like. This is the one that does a kind of, I don't know what I'm talking about. It's looking like something like this. And then the next side bend too. All that is trapezium too, there. All that is trapezium too. All that is trapezium as well. Don't worry yourself. You're getting marks for this too. You're getting your marks for this too. Hit them at the arrows. There. Boom. Nice. So right to properties of a trapezium. I have been waiting a long time to do this as well. So 1 pair of parallel sides. Four sides. What other properties you can think about a trapezium? A trapezium don't necessarily has one right angle. This trapezium has one right angle, but this one doesn't need to have one right angle. This angle here is obtuse. This angle here is acute, obtuse. It's not. So 1 pair of parallel sides must be involved, and it is a 4-sided figure. And a trapezium doesn't necessarily have one line of symmetry. This one has no lines of symmetry. You understand what I'm saying? So you can't say one line of symmetry. Let's say it has 4 sides. It's a 4-sided figure. It's 4-sided figure with 1 pair of parallel lines. That's a trapezium there. You can't really say much more about a trapezium. That 1 pair of parallel lines is it. Number 35, complete the shape. Oh gosh, I don't love when I see this in a paper. Just make sure I don't get it wrong, because that could be real sad if you get it wrong. So I like to put little dots to represent how far away each thing was. This was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom. So the next one was like about there. So, and now I have everything. Here again, no, only the trapezium is getting me to pull out my ruler. But you all use ruler in the exam to draw this. Not freehand. Don't be mad. How you gonna draw this with freehand in the good exam? Oh man, this I doing here. I'm talking too much. In the good exam that they give you, how you would draw this freehand earlier? You have to take your time and draw your ruler. 5 years now, you waiting to do your exam, you go draw it freehand. Because I know somebody you're going and try to draw this freehand in the exam. Use a ruler. Protect your marks. Don't leave your marks in the open like that. The chart below shows the number of persons who are at the mall in 4 weeks. Hang on there. That's Troy. Hold on there, yeah. Yeah, sorry about that. So the chart below shows the number of persons who were at the mall in 4 weeks. Are you ready? How many persons went to the mall during these 4 weeks? Somebody was at the door now, just making sure they were getting taken care of. How many persons went to the mall during the 4 weeks? All right, so you have 4 weeks. What are you real people in the mall, boy? So how many people in total? So what I like to do when they want me to do a little totalations, is kind of figure out each one, and I'll just write it here in pencil on top. So that's looking like 700s. Excuse me. Yeah, and in between 1,000 and 1,200 is 1,100. I know how to count. And this is 800. And this here is 400. You all see that? You all know how to read your little bar graphs and thing. So now you do a little addition. 1100, that's week 2 plus the 700 from week 1 plus 800 here plus a 400 there. And 004812 and 8 so 0 again and bring across 2. So 2, 1, 3,000. Exactly 3,000. What, boy? So how many people went to the mall during these 4 weeks? 3,000. Is there more to this question? Because I feel like there should be more to this question. That was it. Whole graph and only one little piece, boy. Okay. 37. An incomplete bill for some items is shown below. Write in the missing piece of information. We could do this. 6 bowls at 11.40 each. Total cost is multiplied what we to multiply here. Multiply. I just zoom in so you can see it a little clearer now. So is 11.40 multiplied by 6. Is energy running out of here by 6 by 0, 0, 6 by 4 is 24 is 4. 2, 6, 1, 6, 8, 6, 6, 8, 4. You all multiplied for me now and make sure everything going good. Multiplied for me. Since you see like I'm running out of energy here. So this is 68.40. That's correct. Next one, 9 cups at 3 for $18. Well, this little fishy here because it's in 3 cups is $18 and they buy 9 cups. So they actually buy 3 sets of $18 things. Think about it. 3 cups cost $18. This one little sus. When last time they play Among Us, this one little sus because they say 3 cups cost $18, but you buy 9 cups. So you really buy 3 sets of $18 bundles. Or you could say it's 9 divided by 3 multiplied by 18, which is the same as 3 by 18. So it's really $18 by 3. I hope you all agree with me on that one and we're not fighting on each other there. And 3 by 18, 5, 4, yeah, 54. 54 sounds reasonable. Yes, 54. $54.00. And 18 forks at 20 per dozen. You see how they tricky out here, boy? $20 per dozen. I buy 18. So 12 forks, let me write it down, yes? 12 forks equal $20. But 18 forks would be equal the cost for 1 fork, which is 20 divided by 12 multiplied by 18. Or you could put 18, some of you all know it like this, the reciprocal, 18 over 12, like that. So you'll end up with 30 because why? Because it would be like, okay, you'd be like, all right, what I want to say, 6 could go into this 3 times, 6 could go into this 2 times, 2 could go into this 10 times, 10 by 3, 30. $30, Alia. $30. All right. Why isn't each other of you understand that? That looked easy, but it had some tricks in there, boy. Had some tricks in there. A discount of 12.5% was given to the total cost, calculate the final cost. First things first, 12.5% is a member of the 8th family. This is 1/8 as a fraction. And it will be nice to use 1/8 instead of 12.5. 12.5 messy, 1/8 not messy. So I can say the discount is 1/8 of the total price instead of saying 12.5. So 1/8 multiplied by 152. I feel like I've given you all really good pieces of information here. I hope you all taking it on 152.40. Good technique. 152.40. So 18 could go into 15 one time, remainder 7. 8 could go into 72 9 times, and 8 could go into 40 5 times. So, or 8 into 4 cannot 0. So put the 4 here and 8 into 45. So 19.50 is the discount. Y'all get that? So how prepared are you for SEA? SEA Maths. Like if you get SEA Maths exam, if you get an SEA Maths exam on Monday, how prepared are you? Like, let's rate it out of 100%. How prepared are you for it? What percentage you feel you're clocking in SEA Maths right now? So this is not the final answer. You need to work out the cost. So the final cost would be equal to the 1,500 or let's say 80% and 82% and thing. It look like they're averaging 80s. Some people say 97. What? Are they ready, boy? Or somebody say 99.99. Somebody say 100. What we do in the final cost? So 15.40 minus 19.05. So what is this? What are you getting for the final cost? What are you getting for the final cost? Is it 0.35? 9 can go from this. So what I would do is take away 1 from that and put it here. So that's 9 from that's 3. 133. Is this 133.35? You all double check this for me. 133.35. Let me double check it for myself. A discount of 12.5% was given on the total cost. 12.5 is the same as 1/8. 1/8 of 15.28 could go into 15.1, remainder 7, 8 into 72, 9, remainder nothing. And you all want me to put the 5 here? No, the 5 should be right there. Because 8 into 4 is 0, remainder 4, and 8 into 40 is 5. Subtract it, 35, 9, cross out, boom, bam, bing. 0, the 5 from 0, no, it's 35. 5 from 0 is 5, and 0 from 3 is 3. I just didn't surely look in, so 35 is good. 1335. 1335 songs. 133.5. $133.35 sounds good. It's important I check over these kind of high amount of calculation questions. So go and check each thing and make sure you subtract and multiply properly. Even I can make a mistake. Even me. Even I. The large box contains cubes of equal size. Each cube measures 3 centimeters and all sides. How many cubes are in the box? Well, what we can do is find out how much on each face. That's what I recommend, because you're not really supposed to go too deep into volume in this style of SEO that we're getting. So if I think about it, there's 1, 2, big on there. There's 1 in the back there too. You know, you see that it would have 1 in the back here too, right? And you see that it will have like a hidden square in the back there. I draw it in. So there's 1, 2, 3, and there will be 4, 5, 6 on top, 7, 8, 9. It's 9 boy. So they'll have on one face here, we can expect 9 cubes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And how many of these faces would we get? We would get, well, each side of this cube is 3. And 24, which is the full length of this, 24 divided there's a problem with this question. Is there a problem with the question? Oh no, there's not a problem. So this is 9 centimeters here, right? So it's still good. So 24 divided by 3 is how much, guys? 24 divided by 3 is 8. 8, right? Okay, so 1, 2, 3. I just watching the answers because I seen certain answers just popping up here that have me worried. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 on the faces. I'm not teaching you all to do the volume part. I'm just teaching you all to count the number of blocks on one face and then find out how many faces or how many of these patterns we would have going on the road here. Well, each one of this measures 3 centimeters. So 3 into 24 is 8 groups of 9 blocks. 8 groups containing these 9 blocks in them. So how many cubes will we have in all? So there's 9. There's 9 cubes. Why you all? Hold on, how many more cubes of the same size are needed to fill the box? 8 groups of 9, so this is 72 cubes. Let me just check these questions again. The larger box contains cubes of equal size. Each cube measures 3 centimeters on all sides. How many cubes are in the box? And then the next part is what? How many cubes of the same size are needed to fill the box? So right now, when they say how many cubes are in the box, is it that they just want us to calculate, to check up how many cubes are in the box right there? Literally, to see how many cubes are literally in the box. I immediately began working out how many cubes would fill the box, but maybe we need to just humble ourselves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But there's a cube that we're not seeing. There's a cube in the back here that we're not seeing. See that cube in the back there, right? That cube there would make 10. All right, so if they just want how many cubes are in the box, there are 10 cubes in the box, just so. And right, that's very good. How many cubes of the same size are needed to fill the box? Well, to fill the box, we already worked it out, 72 cubes to fill the entire box. But they want how many more? So it'll be 72 minus 10 already in the box. So this is going to be 62 more cubes. Excellent. Number 39, the incomplete report card shows AMBA performance. What does AMBA mean for the 3 subjects shown? All right, let's add it up and divide by 3. For the 3 subjects shown, what does that mean? All right, so 68, 9 and 9 is 18, 1, 7, 7, 8. So that's 22. So 2, 2, 8. Can this divide by 3? Yes, it can. So 3 into this to get the mean now. You add up and divide. So 3 could go into 22 7 times. Yeah, but 3 could go into 22 7 times. I just checking the number to see if the mean looking good. 7 times remainder 1, 3 could go into 18 6 times. So the mean is 76. Mean is 76. 76 marks. And I guess they want to change the mean. I'm a mean on all 4 subjects was 72, so it dropped. Calculate a mark for history. Well, let's get her total and then subtract. So new total after the 4 subjects. You know how to get the total, you multiply the mean by how many subjects there are. So if the mean in 4 subjects was 72, the total will be 72 times 4. This comes all the time, right? All the time. You also realize how much times this comes when we're doing it. 4 by 7 is 4 by 2 is 8. 4 by 7 is 20. Something wrong here? 4 by 7 is 28. So yes, 288. So this is the new total. You all remember what the old total was? It's up here. So how much she scored? How much Amber scored in history? So history would have to be the new total minus the old total, which is 60 marks. Practice with these mean questions. You are going to do one on the 31st of March. On the square grid below, join 3 dots to form a triangle at 1 right angle and 3 unequal sides. Look, I spot him. I spot him real fast, boy. Because we sure this is a right angle. This side is 3, this side is 4, and this side is whatever that side is. It'll be 5. Nice, sweetie. Is there any other kind of right angles you could draw here, boy? You need to find dots in the same line, and I'm not really seeing any in the same line, really. Maybe this could have maybe make a right angle at different sides, but I can't be sure. This is the best one. So this was a breeder. This was a breeder. So this is a right angle triangle that has a scaling arrangement here in terms of the sides. Name the type of triangle based on the information about its sides. So based on the information about its sides, it's a scaling triangle. If you get naming the type of triangle based on the right angle, you would say it's a right angle. But say based on the information on its sides, it's a scaling triangle. Believe it or not, you'll say scaling instead of right. Wait, we done? We done. Fighters. Fighters, we just finished another sample paper. What y'all think? We're going through them with less friction now. Today is the 6th of March. 31 minus 6 is 25 more days till exam. Right, I hope your revision is coming in. It's coming in. It's starting to pop like popcorn now. Some of you all may be doing a sample paper every day. I hope you're not getting too burnt out. I hope you're feeling full of energy and enjoying the process of securing those marks for SEA. And don't worry, in results, when results come out, all of us will be celebrating big. You all can feel free to check me on this. If you're or you can tell your parents to check me, Kerwin Springer. Kerwin Springer. I feel I'm going to post a picture of my son this afternoon, so you'll see that. I post a picture, a video of him handing me something on Instagram. Right? So that's where you can follow me. And you can come and tell me your results when you get your results right there. Love and blessings. Don't forget you could get a copy of the SEA Revision Handbook, the SEA Math Handbook to help you spark up your revision process and memorize some of the key things you need to memorize for the exam. A lot of the key things you need to memorize for the exam. Shout out time has begun. Alia Springle, okay. Cahill, Salima, Michaela, Sasha, Tamara, Anna Marie, Therese, Superbill, Samantha, Ciara. Handbook is amazing. Big up yourself. So I want to shout out there. You just be skipping me. Giovanna. Giovanna, well done. Look, shout out right there. How much for the handbook? The handbook is $120 in most bookstores. Crescent, Leah, Sophia, Janelle, Fighters, Jaden. Big up to your teacher in your school who last name is Springer. Fighter, Elbow Cuff, Kimberly. Big up, big up, big up. Shout out everybody. Mailing, Hazel, Jazz, just tell me have a nice day. You have a nice day as well. Patrick, of course. I remember when you flood Patrick channel last week. Patrick now have 300 and something subscribers, yes. If only want you all could go and subscribe to Patrick there too. Shreya, Janaya. We're gonna do like about 5 more and we're gonna bust out road to 100K by J1. How you know? How you know? How much subscribers I have on the channel right now? Going up to 90K and give me a shout out or else I unsubscribe. And then shout out. Enjoy the rest of the day. Rainbow Time, Jesse, Quinn. There's so much of you all. Diopasad didn't skip you this time. I'm glad to have you all. If I skip you all ever, just know I just click in and whatever stands out. Yeah, Adriana, big up yourself. It's Kimura. Two more. The 9 of asking for a shout out. Look, you're inside there, bro. You're inside. Yeah. And of course, we want to, I already said it. Sebastian, who is Savage for Life, and Camo and them. Big up on yourself. Big shout out. Big shout out to you all. And we outside. Enjoy.